Hi Georgetown, I'm Maggie and I'm a freshman in the School of Foreign Service. And today we're going to talk about how to get the most out of your GAAP ambassadors. Now, GAAP stands for Georgetown Admissions Ambassador Program. It's comprised of current Georgetown students who volunteer to answer the questions of prospective students and also volunteer to do coffee and chats and GAAP weekends. Now, there are a lot of ways to get your questions answered by these students and really get to know them. The first and foremost way is to come to a GAAP weekend. There are 3 GAAP weekends a year. There's one for early decision students and 2 for regular decision students. You'll come on a Friday and Saturday. You can bring your parents. There's panels where you can ask students questions about student life and living in DC. There's panels where you can ask questions about the academics, about majors, about what classes you have to take, what classes they like, and literally anything about Georgetown. There's little breakout sessions where you can learn about clubs and activities on campus, where there's the directors of those clubs and faculty who will answer all of your questions. It's really just a great way to get to know campus and to see if Georgetown is truly the right fit for you. Now, another way is one way that not a lot of students know about, which is kind of sad. Now, GAAP has a state chair for every state, as well as a couple for international students. Now, these are students who went through an interview process to represent their state, and you can find them on the GAAP website, and you can go ahead and bug them with all of your questions. They'll answer your emails. They're very, very welcoming and will make sure that all of your questions are answered. And that's also a great way to take advantage of these students because they're from where you're from, so they likely share in more experiences with you than if you're just talking to a random student at Georgetown. Now, another great way is coffee and chats, which you can set up through the admissions office on campus, and they'll match you up with a student who shares academic interests with you. Like I just did one the other day with a student who's interested in art and art history because I'm planning to minor in art history. So I was able to talk to her about the classes that we offer. She got to tour the galleries on campus and check out the department, and it was just a really neat experience for her to see one-on-one what the campus is like, what classes might be like for her major specifically, and to see if she would be able to explore her interests on campus. Another great thing that GAAP does is accepted students phone calling, which we have coming up for the regular decision students, where we will call each and every accepted student individually, congratulate them, and then ask them if they have any questions. Another thing that the GAAP board does is they'll do live feeds on Facebook where you can submit any questions you have and they will do their best to answer them. Now, I know the board loves doing that because they get to go into Riggs Library, which is a beautiful space on campus that isn't always open. It's just used for special events like speakers and for the GAAP board. Definitely do not be afraid to take advantage of those resources. All of the GAAP ambassadors are super nice and enthusiastic people who will answer all of your questions to the best of their ability, and if there's a question that they don't quite know the answer to, they will know the person to ask. I personally still have some questions about college, and I'm almost done with my first year and wish that I had taken advantage of those GAAP ambassadors more when I was transitioning to college. So I think personally that it's just a great decision to reach out to those people, bug them with all of the questions that you could possibly have, and just try and get the most information that you can while you're making your college decision and then also while you're transitioning into college. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a great day.